Hello guys, this is your friend and we are back with a new fanfic. Which is what if Tsunade fell in love with Naruto after adopting him, part 1. And if you enjoy this fanfic then please press the like button and subscribe to my channel for more fanfic like this. And now let's start a fanfic. Evening time at Senju training ground. Tsunade and Naruto were sparring after finishing the training. You have become fast. Very fast and your punches can destroy buildings now Naru, you can hold your own with a low Chunin now. What's really holding you back to your full potential is your speed. So, we will increase your chakra weights. Your taijutsu stance is flawless, you have learned my taijutsu stance, so only Might Guy's taijutsu is superior to your taijutsu. At this rate you will be as strong as normal Jonin in 5 years from now. From next time, we will start your training in ninjutsu and shuriken jutsu also. As until now, you were only learning med ninjutsu and taijutsu. You have already completed your all chakra control exercises so, you will not waste a single ounce of chakra while performing any jutsu. Naru-kun, do you know what potency in chakra means? Tsunade asked curiously as her son knows it or not but Naruto nodded negative. Okay Naru-kun, I will explain to you, so don't worry. Potency in chakra means that if your chakra is more potent than others then you can perform the same jutsu with less chakra and on a grand scale than others. An example of that is, if any Uchiha performs a fireball jutsu, and you perform the same jutsu then you will consume less chakra than him and also make big fireball. Wow, Ka-chan, means we can last longer in the fight than others, as Senju also have a strong body with stamina and great potency. Naruto said this excited. Yes, Naruto Koi, that's why Senju and Uzumaki have a great chance to win in a long fight. Tsunade said smiling. And now let's go Naru-kun, let's take a bath together. Tsunade came to her son, kissed him on the lips and lifted him in her arms. At Senju hot spring. Wow mom, our body relaxed instantly when we entered in the water. Your medicine is really something, I was fully exhausted before coming here. Naruto praised his mom as he came closer to her and said, Mom, I was thinking that why I have white hair as both my parents didn't had. Naruto said with questioning face. Tsunade grabbed him and started kissing, they both kissed and then Tsunade said, Don't worry Naru, we will know when the time comes. Tsunade said to her son. He had become very tall for his age, he was also very mature. It's like he was 7 years old physically and mentally he was an adult. They both got out from water and headed to their room. At their bedroom, they both laid down on the bed and Naruto was thinking something then he said, Mom, can I drink your milk? Of course my Naru, you don't have to ask for that. Tsunade said smiling. Now, she was also addicted to Naruto drinking her milk and she didn't think any wrong with that. From last year their relationship only deepened. He start drinking with his tooth and Tsunade starts moaning in her thoughts as she had closed her mouth then Naruto stopped and looked at her and asked something, Ka-chan what is? She was surprised as to why suddenly her son had asked that then she smiled, she knew one day he will ask this question. You know Soichi, when you want to create your offspring then you mate with some woman. You cannot mate with anyone, you can mate with only woman you love. But isn't just about bringing your offspring to this world. When you have with who you love, you give them and yourself very immense pleasure and that also deepens your love and bond with them. And when you have with them they become completely yours and yours alone, she explained patiently. Mom, did you had with somebody? He asked curiously. No Soichi-kun, I didn't, why do you ask? She asked curiously what was going on in her son's mind although she could have read his mind but they had promised to each other that they will only do it with each other's permission. I was just wondering Ka-chan that you had loved someone or not. After a pause he asked, Ka-chan, do you want to have with me, 'cause I want to do with you? He asked quietly. What? You can't do it with me Naru. I'm your mother and mother's son can't do that, it's inappropriate. Although we see each other but we can't do that, Tsunade said instantly. Why can't we Ka-chan, you just said that you should do it with who you love and you know that I love you unconditionally. As to if you are thinking about incest, then most clans practice that even now, to keep their bloodlines pure. Naruto said with a blank face. No Naru, that's not it. Nobody will accept us. They do it with their cousin, not mother and son. Ka-chan, if you are worried about others, then don't worry, as their opinion doesn't matter to me. I only wanted to do with you because I love you most in the world and I can't love anyone more than you. But if you are not comfortable with that, then I will not force you, as you know that I love you. Naruto said with sad voice. Tsunade thought about this. She knew that she also loved him most in the world and their relationship wasn't normal. Shizune was right, they acted like a couple more than a mother and son. When she lifted him first time in her arms, she felt complete. She thought as to why she was refusing it. Was she afraid of the world? And then she thought that will she really find someone, or will he really find someone? It seems next to impossible, as to whenever someone tries to get close to her, then Naruto gets angry and jealous, and she also feels the same when anyone tries to get close to Naruto. She realized that they really loved each other that way. The moment she lifted him in her arms, they had become one. You are right, Soichi, we really love each other as a lover, as I thought about this. And it will pain me if someone would take you away from me. So, I think we should have. You can't mate with someone until you are 14 years old. So, I think you should wait for 7 years more, Naru. She said, smiling. Naruto smiled and got close to her and said, you know, Ka-chan, if someone had took you away from me, I would have killed that person immediately. Even if you had hated me for that, because it would have pained me very much seeing you in any other man's arms. From the moment I regained consciousness, I had accepted that you are mine and mine alone. As you are my goddess. You are too beautiful to let go. I love every part of your body. Naruto said in her ears. Naruto got close to her face and kissed her wet pink lips aggressively for almost 5 minutes as their tongue was rolling to each other. Your lips are definitely the softest thing in the world, Mom. He said with a smile. He saw her face in the moonlight. She definitely looked like goddess. Ka-chan, your face looks so much beautiful in the moonlight that I can't tell you. I'm the luckiest person to have you. But, do I deserve you, Mom? I don't think anyone deserves to be with you, Ka-chan. Not even me. You are most beautiful, kindest and most powerful woman on the planet. It's like you are the goddess Amaterasu herself. He said by carding her silky hair with his finger. Naru, if anyone deserves to be with me, it's you. You are my true love, Soichi. When I'm with you, I always feel at ease. I have never felt sad in my life from the moment you came in my arms. You are the most beautiful thing that happened to me. You always cheer me up. Tsunade said and leaned to him and kissed him. Naru, cuddle to me. He cuddled to her. His one foot got on her waist and other one was on the bed. He brought her body even more close to him and shoved his face between her. She felt his body to her own body. She started carding his hair and then he started licking her. Hee. Naru, that tickles. Do you like my taste? Your body tastes as good as your milk, Mom. He got close to her face and started kissing her again. After some time they parted their lips and then he stared at her face and said, really, Mom, how can you be this beautiful? There is no words to describe you. He hugged her tightly and said, it feels too good to be true, Mom. It's like I'm living in some unbreakable genjutsu. If it is, then I don't want to get to the reality. I'm with the most powerful and beautiful woman. He said in her ears and then he licked her ears and she giggled. Just always smile like that, Mom, when you are happy. It makes me happy to know that my goddess is happy to be with me. As he said this and hugged her more tightly and she also embraced him, she got up and sat on the bed, keeping the hug with her son and said, Naru, I'm truly happy to be with you. I can't describe in words. And then he kissed her again very passionately. His hands were on her neck as they parted and he looked at her. One of her hair was on her face. He adjusted it and got up from her lap and screamed, Ka-chan, right now, I'm the happiest person on this planet. You have accepted me and became mine and mine alone. Finally, you have become my goddess, Tsunade. She smiled at the antics of her son and lifted him in her arms and said sweetly, we have become one, Naru. I was also waiting for this day. You have finally become mine, she said, carding his hair with her fingers. Then someone knocked at the main door as they thought who could it be at this hour. They got dressed. Shizune came to their room and said, Oka-chan, it's an emergency. She nodded and said, I'm coming. Explain to me while we go. Naru, come with us, you will be also helping and will get experience from this. In the dark streets of Konoha the trio were running, so Shizune, tell us the situation, while we are going. Tsunade said, running. Hyuga Hiyashi has requested for you. His wife was pregnant, in the evening her water broke, they didn't have time to take her in the hospital, so doctors came and they said that it's too late, they can save only the child or the mother. But what I didn't understand was how her water broke. It was supposed to 15 days from now as I myself had checked her. Naruto and Tsunade were listening. Before they could talk more they were at the Hyuga compound. Before they could enter, the Hyuga guard stopped them and asked the trio. State your business. Suddenly he realized who this brat was. There were rumors that the Kyubi brat had 3-colored hair. What are you doing here, demon? You can't go from here. This is the most noble clan in Konoha, if you enter then you will impure our clan, and who are these women your lover? He said this in a venomous voice as he didn't know any 3-colored hair woman in whole Konoha. He was sure that they were with him. Before they could reply suddenly Hiyashi came and Hiyashi saw Tsunade who was very angry, and she said, What did you say to my son? I will destroy you and your whole clan if you said those words again. Hiyashi immediately understood the situation and said, I'm sorry Tsunade-sama for this, please refrain yourself from violence, I myself will decide his punishment for this, but you should immediately go to my wife, her condition is very bad. Tsunade got to her senses and nodded, then the trio left. As they left Hiyashi came to the guard. You fool, did you know who were you talking to? She was Tsunade Senju and she was here to heal my wife. You will definitely be punished for your ignorance. Hiyashi said angrily and left. Guard then understood the gravity of his situation and regretted for yelling at the boy. In Hitomi's room, Naruto checked out the room. There were only 4 people. 2 doctors who looked worried, and on the bed, screaming in pain, was Hitomi, but Naruto was not looking at her. He was looking at the girl who looked the same age as Naruto, wearing a purple jacket over blue t-shirt and purple pants. He saw her eyes. He swore that he had saw the prettiest eye in the whole Konoha. But her most noticeable feature was her hair. Her hair was blue and white mixed in it. The blue hair was overlapping her white hair. It was synchronized like Naruto and his mother. His thoughts were interrupted by one of the doctor. Tsunade-sama, we don't know how her water broke, but she is bleeding internally. At this rate we will lose both mother and the child, if we don't take the decision immediately, but if we will deliver the child, then mother will definitely die from blood loss. Doctor said with a sad face. I will check the cause for the problem and then we will cure her. Shizune, Naru, come here, lend me a hand and bring Hiyashi here immediately. We will need Byakugan, if we want to do this immediately. The trio went to see the patient and Hiyashi came immediately and Tsunade instructed him to lend a hand. After 5 minutes, I know the problem here. Tsunade said. Everyone asked her the problem. She was drugged. I don't know how, but she was drugged. As a result her water broke out forcefully and she started bleeding internally. If we want to save her then we should deliver the baby instantly, and then I will activate my seal and reconstruct her cell and blood, then she will be saved also. Naru, we don't need you here, I and Shizune will handle all this. Everyone gets out of the room, the less people less distraction. Everyone exited the room except Tsunade and Shizune. After 45 minutes, Tsunade came out with 2 babies in her arms. She came to Hiyashi and said, Congratulations Hiyashi, it's twin, one is girl and one is boy. Mother and children are stable now. They are out of danger. After 2 weeks of rest, Hitomi will be walking again. Tsunade said smiling. I will not forget this Tsunade-sama, you didn't just save my children but Hitomi also. In future if you need me for anything just name it without any hesitation. If it's in my power, I will give you without hesitation. He said, tears in his eyes and baby in his arms. Suddenly she heard some voice in her head. Ka-chan, can you hear me? Ka-chan. She realized it was Naruto's voice and saw in front of her but didn't see Naruto. She panicked and said loudly, "Yes, Naru, I can hear you. Where are you? Are you okay?" Tsunade said, worrying. Everyone eyed Tsunade as to who she was talking to. "Yes, Ka-chan, I can hear you. I'm in Konoha's main forest chasing a cloud ninja. I think he has kidnapped the girl with blue and white hair who had Byakugan. She was earlier in the room also. Please come here. I don't think I can fight him, he seemed like a Jonin. I will stall some time until you come." Naruto said while chasing. "Hiashi, your elder daughter has been kidnapped. Don't worry, my son is chasing the kidnapper. He can't defeat him, so we have to hurry." Apparently he is wearing a Kumo headband and we know Kumo about being obsessive with bloodlines. "Come with me, I will need your Byakugan, let's go towards main forest." Tsunade said, worried for his son. Hiashi nodded and wondered how Tsunade knew where her son and his daughter were. Naruto was thinking about how he should save her. If I want to stall some time, then I should first distract him and probably engage him in taijutsu, as I don't know single jutsu besides medical jutsu. "You know you are not good at hiding," Kumo Ninja said. "What? How did you know that I'm here?" Naruto asked, hoping that he will hold some conversation and stall some time. The man then smirked and said, "I'm a Jonin and you are not even a genin. How do you think I became one?" Kumo Ninja said. "But enough of this facade. I will end this now. I have got no time," Kumo Ninja said confidently. He really didn't had any time to spare. He knew that Hyugas has been informed about him. If he doesn't hurry, then they will come to him. "Wait just a minute and answer my one question, then I will go away without a fight, if I become satisfied with your answer," Naruto said, hoping that he will hold the conversation more. "I don't care, boy. You will not live even if you try to go away because you have seen me already." Kumo Ninja then got into a battle stance. Seeing this, Naruto thought, well, it looks like I have to fight him after all. I have to keep the distance close to him, if I want to survive even for 2 minutes. "What are you seeing, Hiashi? Tell me," Tsunade asked in a demanding tone. She was very desperate to reach her son. There were many bad things that was coming to her mind. She was thinking that she will lost him too, like her brother. She was very scared from inside, but at the same time she was hoping that Naruto would be alright. "Well, it's interesting, Tsunade-sama. Naruto-san has engaged the kidnapper in taijutsu, and every time Kumo Ninja try to make a distance from him, he immediately make up for it. Tsunade-sama, it looks like Naruto-san perfectly knows the strength and weakness of himself. He's fighting a joining at 5 years of age. I'm surprised, Tsunade-sama. Oh number. The enemy has created a lightning Bunshin clone, and is going to shock him by suicide the Bunshin." As he said this, Tsunade ran like a Sannin and got to him, but before she could do anything, Naruto was already on the ground and Kumo Ninja was smirking. Seeing this, Tsunade get furious and punch him in the gut and he fell unconscious immediately. Everyone came. Hiashi had saw Tsunade punching Kumo Ninja and he got terrified as to how she defeated him. With this, immediately went to his daughter, who was in sack tied up with ninja wire, and ordered his guards to take the Kumo Ninja to Ibiki, and his daughter goes to Tsunade and said, "Looks like I owe you one more favor, Tsunade-sama." Tsunade wasn't hearing anything. She was checking Naruto's injuries. She felt relieved after knowing he was just unconscious because of shock from electricity. She knew he is gonna wake up tomorrow. She lifted him in bridal style and immediately left without saying anything. With Naruto. Naruto woke up in a sewer and he was confused as to how he got there. He was sure that while fighting, he got hit by electricity. He starts to move forward, then someone spoke in a heavy voice. "Follow the voice and you will reach your destination." He followed the voice and eventually reached the source of the voice. He saw a giant cage and in the middle of it was a paper and something was written on it in kanji. He immediately thought that it was some kind of seal. And then he saw most terrifying thing in his entire life. Although, he had only lived for 5 years, but he was sure that if anyone saw this thing they would be absolutely terrified. There was a giant fox as tall as mountain and had 9 tails swinging. He immediately thought, it's the 9 tails. Yes, you are right, boy. I'm the 9-tailed fox, the strongest of all Baiju. How did you know what I was thinking? Naruto asked, confused. I'm inside your body, boy. I know everything about you, what you are thinking also. 9 Tails said, looking at Naruto from above. Naruto looked insect in front of 9 Tails. Naruto thought he looked terrifying, but not as terrifying as the story tells, so I should know him with an open mind. After all, Ka-chan said that we should not make assumptions by rumors, we should know them first and then judge them. 9 Tails thought, wow, he is the first one to think like that. His thoughts were interrupted by Naruto. Hello, my name is Naruto Uzumaki, what's yours? Naruto asked with a smile, hoping they could be on good terms. The moment Tsunade informed him about the 9 Tails, he knew that he'd no choice but to cooperate. Kurama was again surprised by this. No human has asked his name in his entire life. I'm called 9 Tails boy, I don't have a name. Kurama said to Naruto. Liar. I know you have a name because I have read about Baiju. When Ka-chan informed me about you. There are 9 Bijus in total from 1 to 9 tails. World knows the name of only 1 tail, and his name is Shukaku. Naruto said, smiling. Kurama was not surprised at this. In years he got to know that the boy was very intelligent. Well, Naruto, I'll be honest with you, if you are gonna honest with me. My name is Kurama. At first, when I was sealed inside you, I was infuriated and thought, I'm gonna escape from here because this seal is very weak compared to my previous ones. After all, this seal was not done by the Uzumaki. But, I changed my mind as soon as I sensed your chakra. Why did you change your mind? What did you sense in my chakra? Is something wrong with my chakra? Naruto asked curiously. Well, Naruto, I'm going to tell you a short story. Listen closely. A millennia ago, someone named Kagaya Otsutsuki came to this planet from a very afar. She ate the shingju called chakra fruit. While she ate the fruit, she was also pregnant and gave birth to 2 children. The older one was called Hagoromo Otsutsuki, the world know him as Rikudo Sennin or Sage of 6 Paths, and younger one was called Hamura Otsutsuki. They both inherited chakra from their mother. Kagaya was angry that they had inherited chakra because she thought that chakra only belonged to her. Then they fought and both brothers sealed the Kagaya in the moon. The Shingju chakra was removed by them from Kagaya, it shaped in the form of 10 tails. The Rikudo Sennin seals the 10 tails into himself. After some time he started giving chakra to humans. The Rikudo Sennin then had 2 child, one named Ashura and other named Indra. The older brother had inherited the body and chakra and elder one had inherited the mind and eye. Yeah, you guessed correctly, they created their own clans named Senju and Uchiha. The Senju and Uchiha were enemies because their predecessors were sworn enemies. Anyway, I'm going off track to the main point. You see, Naruto, your chakra is more potent than me and Rikudo Sennin himself. Before you ask how, the seal that has sealed the Kagaya is getting weak. Kagaya is trying to escape. She has tried 2 times by releasing some of her powers, and you guessed it right, you have got some powers from her. That's the reason of your white hair. Kagaya has released her powers 2 times, the first time she released her powers when your mother Tsunade was in belly of her mother and she received her power, but Kagaya's power was not awakened in her before you met her. After you met Tsunade, her powers were awakened. She has inherited Kagaya's intelligence and strong body. As a result, now, she is the most powerful person on the planet. She cannot be killed by any normal ninjutsu. Normal jutsu can't penetrate her. And even if some jutsu damaged her body, she will be instantly regenerated. And second time Kagaya released her power when your mother got pregnant and you received her power, her chakra, the most strongest weapon in her arsenal. The Otsutsuki are born with chakra that are most potent, even more potent than my chakra. But you were not the only one that received her power, when she released the second time. There was a girl too, that received her power, and she is the girl that you saved today. She received her power because she had the purest Byakugan in her clan at that time. So, she attracted the Byakugan power from Kagaya. That's why you three have white hair. Although this girl hasn't awakened her power yet, if my guess is correct, then she will awaken the power with your chakra. She has received the Byakugan from Kagaya. As a result, her Byakugan will be strongest without even training, when you will awaken her power, Kurama explained patiently. Wow, Kurama, I would never have guessed that my white hair has this deep connection. He said, smiling. But wait a minute, you didn't tell me one thing. Naruto said. And what would be that? Kurama asked confusingly. What happened to the 10 tails? Is he still around? Because I know that tailed beast can't die as they are mass of chakra. Naruto asked curiously, and then he saw that Kurama is smiling. Well, Naruto, you never leave anything, do you? It's so much like you. Yes, tailed beast can't die as they are nothing but mass of chakra. To answer your question about the 10 tails. Rikudo Senin, my father divided the 10 tails into 9 bijis from 1 tail to 9 tail. Father created us because he wanted us to look after humans and maintain the peace, but humans did nothing but wage war against each other and even enslaved us bijis. We are nothing but tools to them. I have lived my entire life in someone's cage, even my brothers and sisters has been enslaved by the humans. Kurama shouted in furiously, remembering how he was enslaved from 1,000 of years. Naruto then realized how painful it must be for Kurama. He moved inside the cage and hugged his paw. Kurama, I promise you that you, your brothers and sisters will be reunited again. I will give the eternal freedom to all bijis. I will find a way to free you, as no one deserved to be locked up in their entire life. And if you know me, then you also know that I never go back on my word. Naruto said, crying. He was really crying after hearing Kurama. Kurama was stunned at this. Nobody has ever tried to understand him, and this boy has promised him what he ever wanted. He was crying for him. Then Kurama smiled and ruffled his body with his other paw. He thought, it was so like Naruto. Well, Naruto, I wasn't expecting that from any of humans, not even from you. But if you truly want this, then you will need power, and I will give you. You see, when we departed path from my father, he said something that one day we all will be reunited again by someone. I believe he was talking about you. He gave one gift to every one of my brothers and sisters, and he gave most valuable thing of his to me. He gave me his wisdom and knowledge. So, I'm going to teach you Fuinjutsu that no Uzumaki has seen, then you can free us. Kurama said, smiling. Thank you, Kurama. If you will teach me, then I will be definitely become strong. But wait, if you know ancient Fuinjutsu, then how come you never escaped from this cage? I mean, this seal should be a cakewalk for you. Naruto was really confused now. You asked a valid question, Naruto. My father was very wise, and after his mother, son and brother betrayed him, he never trusted fully on anyone. So, he gave us the power, but was afraid also that we will become arrogant and starts killing humans. If it should ever come to that, then there can be a little hope for stopping us. That's why Father gave us the power, but it will only be utilized to its full potential, when I will cooperate with someone. But Hashirama violated that weakness of ours. He captured us without our consent and divided us. I don't have any words to say, Kurama. But know this, you can trust me. Your past was very dark, but your future will be bright one. You just have to trust me. I know it is very hard for you, after all you have been constantly betrayed. Naruto said with serious face. He was determined to do this. He wasn't lying. Kurama smiled after hearing Naruto. He could sense the sympathy that was being made inside Naruto for him and his brothers and sisters. Ah, I forgot to tell you one thing, Naruto, that you have 2 powerful Kekkei Genkai. Kurama said in a casual tone. What? How can this be, Kurama? None of my parents had any Kekkei Genkai, Naruto said surprisingly, and hoping that, if it will be, then it would be some cool powers. You didn't inherited any Kekkei Genkai from your parents. First Kekkei Genkai you have inherited is from Keigaya and its Shikatsumiku, called bone release. It's not normal bone release that of the Keigaya clan. If you hit with your bone to anyone, then their chakra, memories, experience will be yours and they will be turned to nothing but ashes, Kurama explained to him smiling. That's awesome, Kurama. Now I will definitely be able to free you with this power. As he said this, he started dancing. But wait, you said that I had 2 Kekkei Genkai. Tell me the second one. He said excited. Okay, I'm telling you. The second is wood release. As he was about to say more, Naruto suddenly shouted in excitement as to how he has become overpowered like Uchiha with Sharingan. Naruto, shut up. Don't interrupt me while I'm saying something. As he said this, Naruto stopped shouting and started listening. I will explain to you how you got this power. Naruto, tell me one thing. Do you know the requirements to have this Kekkei Genkai other than that you have to have earth and water elements? He asked and Naruto nodded in negative. You see, Naruto, for bone release you have to have earth and water elements, and add to that you have to have yang release. That's what makes it dangerous. All the member of Keigaya clan have earth and water elements, but everyone do not have yang release. That's why even for the members of Keigaya clan this Kekkei Genkai is rare. But even if they have yang release, they have very weak forms. That's why they can't use them like Keigaya Otsutsuki, but you have her chakra, that's why you can use them like Keigaya. As for wood release, you have to have earth and water elements and very strong body and very potent chakra to connect to the nature. That's why, not every senju has wood release, because everyone doesn't have a very strong body and potent chakra. Only Hashirama had these. As to how you got them, you got it from Tsunade. When you started sucking her milk, yours and Tsunade's DNA started mixing, that's why you have blonde hair. And Tsunade have your hair. As to how yours and Tsunade's DNA started mixing, it was because of Keigaya. Keigaya's chakra and her body started bonding with each other. That's why you feel connected to your mother. And as a result you and Tsunade both have these Kekkei Genkai. Tsunade awakened would release after she received your chakra, and you have awakened after your DNA changed and got the strong body of Tsunade. As a result your father's DNA is now almost diminished. You have 40% Keigaya's DNA, 40% Senju DNA, 19% Kushina's DNA and 1% Minato's DNA. Tsunade has 50% Keigaya's DNA, 30% Senju DNA and 20% Uzumaki DNA. That girl you saved, after you will give your chakra, she will not awaken wood or bone release, nor you will receive her Byakugan. But her Hyuga DNA will absolutely be overtaken. She will have 70% Keigaya's DNA and 30% Hyuga DNA. Wow, Kurama, it's a lot to take in. One moment I had nothing and now I have 2 Kekkei Genkai. But I'm quite happy to know that mother also have these powers. So, that's why I felt some connection towards that girl, huh? One thing more, Naruto, I sense some other presence in you too. Kurama said seriously. What do you mean by that, Kurama? Naruto, after Ashura and Indra died, they didn't really die, as they started to incarnate from generations to generations. First was in the Madara and Hashirama, that's how they became so powerful. Now I sense Ashura in you. As for Indra, I sensed him in that fellow named Itachi Uchiha. When they incarnate they give you 2 things after they merge with your body, as they and you both live in one body. First you will gain their personalities and second their power. You will not merge with him due to Keigaya. And Itachi hasn't merged because of his mother is pure-hearted and he wants to become like his mother. That's why Indra hasn't been able to merge his soul with Itachi, but once he will merge he will become corrupt, power-hungry like Indra. The only thing that is stopping him from merging with Indra is his mother. If you want to save Itachi from merging, then you have to protect his mother. If you succeed in that, then the cycle of incarnate may stop, Kurama said, looking at Naruto from the cage. So, I have to protect Makoto-chan. Huh, I will do it. She is my friend and Itachi is too. Naruto said in determined voice. Yes, Naruto, keep up that attitude. That's what I like about you and that's why I also trusted you. But Naruto, you can't do this alone, even if you have the power, so make allies, powerful allies, Kurama said smiling. Thank you, Kurama. I will keep this attitude, and yes, you are right, I can't do this alone, so I will make allies and friends whom I can trust, then I will free you and your brothers and sisters. But, before that, how can I free you from this cage as a step towards your freedom? Naruto asked smiling. You can't, Naruto. Not unless you have the key, but your father have given the key to the toads, and they will not give you. Even if you told them these things, they will only think that I'm controlling you, but you don't have to worry about that because when I will train you in Fuinjutsu, you can override this seal and break it, then you will put another seal, instead of this one, and then you can open your seal. Kurama said smiling, thinking that from now on everything will be exciting. Wow, Kurama, but how do you know all this as you just live in my body? How do you know about my DNA and incarnation? Naruto asked just out of curiosity. I told you, Naruto, that I have my father's wisdom and knowledge, so this is nothing for me, Kurama said, pride in his voice. Wow, Kurama, you are really a wise one. And thank you for believing in my words and sharing your precious knowledge with me. As he said this, the sewer started to turn white. What is happening, Kurama? Naruto asked, scared. You are just waking up, Naruto. But how will I talk to you again, Kurama? We can talk in your mind. Like how can you talk to your mother? Like that, he vanished from Kurama's view. As Naruto woke up, he felt something fluffy on his head and under his head. He opened his eyes, he realized he was between his mother's. He smiled and licked her, then hugged her tightly for 2 minutes and then moved towards her lips and pressed his lips against her. Her lips was truly smoothest thing he ever touched. At this action, Tsunade was now awake and returned the kiss. He parted his lips, but Tsunade didn't want to. She again pressed her lips against his and wrapped her arms around his neck. After 5 minutes of continuous kissing, he parted his lips and looked at her face. You truly look beautiful, my goddess, as always. And then hugged her tightly. She hugged him even tighter, like she was not going to let him go. Tsunade started crying and said, I was terrified, Naru, I thought I lost you. Don't ever scare me like that, she said, hugging him tightly while crying. Naruto smiled at this and started patting her back as she was. I'm sorry, Ka-chan, for worrying you like that. I will never worry you again. He said this and kissed his mother again on the lips for almost 5 minutes. I just promised you on the lips, mother. She smiled at the antics of her son, it was so like him after all. At last, you smiled, Ka-chan. I was dying to see your smile. When you smile, your eternal beauty magnifies 1,000 times. He said this and wiped her tears. He again kissed her, but this time very slowly. Naru, you are hungry, right? Drink your Ka-chan's milk. She said this and he started sucking one while playing with others. She smiled at this and started ruffling his hair. After 30 minutes, Naruto was finished now. He had emptied both her and moved to her face and kissed her. Thank you for that, mother. It was tasty like always. He said smiling. He got on top of her and laid down on her body and started licking her. Mother, I want you to read my mind after I went unconscious. You will find something very important there. He said this and started licking her again while squeezing her. She nodded at this. She knew if her son had said that, then it would be definitely important. She began to check his memories. After she was finished, she looked at her son. He was licking her thighs and then moved to her vagina as he licked her vagina. She started moaning. Ah, Naru, you are good at this. Keep doing it. He then brought his one hand to her and started rubbing it. He moved his other hand to her hole and started fingering her while licking. He started with 1 fingers and moved to 2, then finally 3. Ah, Naru, ah. Oh my god, you are good at this. Keep doing this to your mother. I feel good, very good. Ah, I'm gonna come. She held the head of her son in her hands and screamed. Ah. As she said this, she cum in his mouth and he drank it. Felt good, mother? Naruto asked his mother, smiling from between her thighs. Yes, Soichi, I felt very good. Thank you, I have never felt this good before, she said smiling. But wait, Naru, you drank my cum, I'm sorry for that. No need to say sorry, Ka-chan. I enjoyed drinking it. It was sweet. Although, not as sweet as your milk, but it came inside you and I enjoyed drinking knowing that it was from my beautiful. I'm very happy now, mother, because I was also enjoying while feeling your emotions. He said this and kissed her whole body was covered in Naruto's saliva as he had licked her from her whole face to her feet. He was on top of her laying peacefully on her body while squeezing and playing with her. She was also enjoying. Her arm was wrapped around him. After 10 minutes Tsunade said, Soichi, I think we should talk about what Kurama said and plan about the future. Tsunade said, rubbing his body. In the hot spring. Naru, I think we should level up your training after what I saw in your mind. I was surprised as to how we have the two most powerful Kekkei Genkai in the world. And, I was even more surprised as to how we are related to Kagaya. Tsunade said, looking at her son. Mother, I don't think we should tell anyone about our power, we should only tell whom we trust. And about that Hyuga girl, I think you should train her beside me. About the allies, I think we can trust the 3 Uchiha, they will definitely not refuse after what we have done for them. We should call a meeting and tell them about this. For the Hyuga, I think we should only tell the girl about this, not their parents. They will not believe. Naruto said, looking at her mother. I also agree with you there, Naru. I was also thinking about that. So, let's go and call the meeting. In the living room, Tsunade and Naruto were waiting for Uchihas and Shizune. Shizune had gone to the Uchiha compound to call them. Then the gate opens and 4-figure comes from the door. As soon as Makoto laid eyes on Naruto, she hugged him tightly and kissed him on the cheek. She laid eyes on the Tsunade. She was surprised that Tsunade wasn't angry at her. Tsunade was just smiling. She ignored Tsunade and said, So, Naruto-kun, why did you call us? Makoto asked with a smile. Naruto looked at Makoto, she was still the same beautiful and gentle woman. You are looking as beautiful as always, Makoto-chan, as too. Naruto was cut off by her in the middle and she said, blushing, you still thinks that I'm beautiful, Naruto-kun. Of course, Makoto-chan. Naruto said, still in her arms. And as to why I called you 3, I have something to tell you all. And Makoto-chan, can you please drop me now? I have to explain this to everyone now. Naruto asked her sweetly. She put him down and he goes to Tsunade and sat on her lap. Seeing this, Makoto pouted. Then Naruto told them about his and Tsunade's Kekkei Genkai, Kagaya, and finally Itachi incarnation. He explained very patiently to them. So, you are telling us that Itachi is Indra's incarnation, the first Uchiha? Makoto said. And he has not turned corrupt yet because of my love. Yes, Makoto-chan, I know that this is hard to believe, but I'm telling you the truth. Regardless of you believe me or not. It's not that we don't believe you, Naruto-kun. After meeting you, we have understand this much, that you don't ever lie. And we believe you, Naruto-kun. After what you have done for me and my son, we will be a fool if we don't believe you. It's not a matter of trusting you, it's just a lot to take in. Makoto said, smiling. Thank you, Makoto-chan, for believing in me. But I didn't call all of you, just saying that, I called you for another reason. Naruto told all of them. What's the reason, Naruto-kun? Why did you called us? Makoto asked instantly. As I said to you all before, that I met Kurama and first I thought that he would be some kind of monster, just as I have read about him. But after meeting him, I got to know that he was nothing like I thought. He was just victim of the actions of the human. He has been imprisoned for 1,000 of years. He was betrayed by us time to time. He is nothing but a tool for this village. But I want to change that. I want to free all the Bijis and create a place that is safe for them, and I want to create an eternal peace like Rikudo Senin wanted. I cannot do all of this alone even if I have 2 most powerful Kekkei Genkai. I need allies who can I trust with my life, and that's why I want all of you to join me in this cause. I will understand, if you don't want to follow me as I'm just a child. And not I or my mother will judge you or have grudge against you. So, you can refuse me and my mother instantly and walk away. Naruto said to all the Uchihas. Itachi stood up and said, Naruto-kun, we don't doubt you even for a minute. And we definitely know that you are not just some normal child. Now that I know your goal, I just don't help but want to follow you in this noble plan. I definitely know that you would have seen something in Naruto no Kurama, that's why you want to help him and his kind. I absolutely trust you and I know for a fact that you will definitely succeed in this noble plan of yours regardless of our answer. I want to be the part of history that this world will remember, so I can say this much, that me and my mother will follow you to the end of the line. Itachi said, smiling. Naruto-kun, from the day I watched you I got nothing but surprise. You surprised me every time with your genius brain. From the theory of Mangekyou to countering the bad effects of Mangekyou, I was amazed by you and started looking up to you. I know for a fact that we should respect knowledge and don't mind the source as to where or whom is coming from. So, I also believe in you and I also think that you will succeed in this plan of yours. I will also follow you, Naruto-kun, Shisui said with a smile on his face. Thank you all for believing in me and my ideologies. I cannot thank you enough. Naruto said, tears in his eyes. But Naru, have you thought yet as to how we will do this? Tsunade asked her son. Yes, mother, I have thought something. I haven't actually planned anything yet, but before we do any execution, you have to do something. As you are the key to my plan. Naruto said to Tsunade while sitting in her lap. What, Naru? What do you want from me? You just have to say to me and I will do it for you. Tsunade said this and kissed him on the lips. Nobody was surprised at this, they knew how close they were. But they wondered as what has Naruto been thinking. Mother, first you have to become Hokage. Naruto said in a casual tone like it was some daily work. What? Everyone shouted. First let me explain to you all, then you can ask questions. You see, mother, I want you to become Hokage for 2 reasons. First, now we have 2 most powerful Kekkei Genkai, mother. If village got to know this, they definitely will put us in CRA, Clan Restoration ACT. They didn't put you or me until now, even if we are last Senju and Uzumaki, because we didn't had any Kekkei Genkai. Now, if you become the Hokage, nobody can force you as the law doesn't apply on the Hokage. As for me, no clan's law applies to the Jinchuriki. So, they can't put me in the CRA. Oh, man, I can't wait to see the faces of Danzo and elders. Naruto said, excited. And for the second reason, it's very simple. If you will become Hokage, then we can go freely with my plan. We will be hitting 2 targets from 1 arrow with this. And I know that there is no better candidate than you in this village for the position of Hokage. But you will not become Hokage until I become Chunin. Because we will train until then and become as strong as possible. Naruto said to all of his subordinates. Wow, Naruto-kun, you just proved again that you are not a mere 5-year-old child by thinking that much ahead of time. Shisui said, giggling. Everyone started laughing at Shisui's words and said that he was true. I want to share one more information with you all. Naruto said with a serious expression. Everyone nodded at him, seeing his expression. I wasn't the only one that received power from Kagaya. There is somebody else too. She is from Hyuga clan. I saved her yesterday from some Kumo ninja. When Kagaya released her power second time, it was supposed to go in the one person, but her powers got divided. As to why happened this. This happened because of my potent chakra and that girl's purest Byakugan. My chakra attracted Kagaya's potent chakra and her pure Byakugan attracted Kagaya's Byakugan. Naruto explained to them what Kurama told him. So, what is your plan for this Hyuga girl, Naruto-kun? Itachi asked curiously. He knew that Naruto must have had some plan if he is telling this to them. First, I want to know what kind of a person she is. If she is like us kind, then I will recruit her and awake her power with my chakra, then Ka-chan will train us together. But I will not tell anyone about my plan other than that girl. I don't trust any Hyuga because if they get to know about her power then they will definitely use her for their gain. Naruto said this bluntly. Itachi, I will need you if I want to recruit her. It is for convincing her father to train her with Ka-chan. So, come with me. We will go to the Hyuga compound. Everyone go now and come in the evening, I will tell you the news. Everyone nodded and they left except Itachi. At the Hyuga compound, the trio had reached the Hyuga compound. Tsunade saw that one of the guards were changed. Tsunade went near the guard and said she wants an audience with Hiashi. The guard went inside, came back after 5 minutes and said that Hiashi-sama will meet them in the trio nodded and went inside the compound. One of the guard was showing the way towards Hiyashi's office. They reached the Hiyashi's office and knocked the door and Hiyashi said come in from inside. Hello Tsunade-sama, what do I owe the pleasure of meeting you? Hiyashi asked with a motionless expression. Pleasure is all mine Hiyashi, I came here because of my son. He wants to know the person he saved her. So, if you will allow he will like to talk to her alone. Tsunade said smiling. Hiyashi was surprised at this. He didn't expected this from the boy. Of course Tsunade-sama, how can I refuse someone's request who have saved my daughter? He called the guards and said fetch Hinata Hyuga here. The guards left. After 2 minutes guard came with a girl. Naruto saw the girl, she was wearing same thing as he saw her that night. Naruto thought this girl was looking beautiful second only to Ka-chan, I want to know if she is as beautiful as inside too. His thoughts were interrupted by the girl. Hello Father Usurka. Called me, she asked Hiyashi stuttering. Yes Hinata, I called you because this young man who saved you from the Kumo ninja wanted to know you. Hiyashi said in a motionless voice. She looked at Naruto and blushed. She wanted to meet the person who has saved her but her father said that he has better work than meeting with someone who can't even defend herself. She couldn't believe her eyes. She hadn't seen anyone who had 3 hair color. Hinata go in the garden with him and talk to him. Hiyashi said to Hinata and they left. Now Tsunade-sama, you didn't come here only for this have you, tell me the real reason. Hiyashi asked. He knew that she would not come all the way here just for this. Yes Hiyashi, you guessed it correctly, I didn't come here only because of that but for another reason also. I will tell you the reason when my son comes. By the way, how is Hitomi and your children now? What's their name? Tsunade asked Hiyashi smiling. Thank you for your concern Tsunade-sama. Hitomi is fine, she will be healthy like you said, and for the twins. Hitomi named them. The girl is called Hanabi and the boy is called Haru. Hiyashi said smiling, but he was thinking why she had come here. With Naruto and Hinata. Anyo, what did you wanted to know about me? Hinata asked stuttering and seeing on the ground. First of all sit beside me, introduce yourself and tell me your likes, dislikes, your hobbies, dreams, who you love everything. I will go first, he said smiling at her. She then came to sit beside him hesitantly. When she sat beside him, she blushed. My name is Naruto Uzumaki, son of the most powerful and most beautiful woman Tsunade Senju. I like my Ka-chan most and also Shizune-chan. I dislike arrogant people who think of themselves above than everyone. My hobby is training, gardening, and there is one thing more, but I can't tell you that because I promised to Ka-chan that I won't tell anyone about that. My dream is to bring peace to the world. And lastly, I love my Ka-chan. He introduced himself smiling and with a cheerful voice. My name is Hinata Hyuga. I like my Ka-chan and the food she makes. I dislike my clan's seal. My hobby is flower pressing. My dream is to become clan head and demolish the caged bird seal. I love my every member of the family and my servant Ko, but I love my Ka-chan most. She introduced herself still looking at the ground. You know Hinata-chan, you have a very noble dream, I want to be beside you and see your dreams come true. He said honestly. Anyo, why do you believe in my dreams when you don't even know me? She asked about gaining some courage. She didn't want to upset her savior by saying something rude. No one had ever believed in her, beside her mother. What kind of question is that, Hinata-chan? If you believe in your dreams, then I should too. What? Don't you believe in yourself, Hinata-chan? He asked to her. It's not that, Naruto-kun. Before you, nobody had believed in me. Father said that I'm too gentle and weak. So, I will never be able to achieve my dream because I'm too kind and ninja is supposed to be ruthless. She said to him, now looking to his face. Hinata-chan, I think you are just fine how you are. Ninja are supposed to be ruthless but kind at the same time. Take the example of my mother. She is the strongest woman, but she is not some vicious, cold and heartless lady. She is kind and gentle just like you. So your kindness doesn't make you weak, Hinata-chan. It makes you human, not some killing machine. You know why I wanted to meet you, Hinata-chan? When I looked at you that night, you looked perfect beauty to me, second only to my mother. When I saw your eyes, they were like some white pearl, they were as beautiful as Makoto-chan's eye. Your face had a perfect cut. So, I wondered that, were you beautiful from just outside or from inside too? And after talking to you just for a couple of minutes, I can tell that you are truly beautiful from outside and inside too. I have met only two people that came close to my mother in beauty. First is Makoto Uchiha and second one is you. Naruto said, looking at Hinata's face, but she was looking down. Hinata was beet red hearing this. She thought, I'm definitely gonna pass out. Thank you, Naruto-kun. Nobody has said to me before. She was barely talking now. She was hiding her face from Naruto. Hinata-chan, I didn't came here only to know you personally. I came here to offer you a deal. Do you want to become strong, Hinata-chan? He asked, looking at her, but she was hiding her face from the embarrassment. Then, she lifted her head and looked at him and nodded. I see. Then, Hinata-chan, I will offer you to train with my mother, the most powerful woman on this planet. First, I came here to know you as a person. If my mother will train you, then what will you do with that power that you will gain? And know this, Hinata-chan, after just 3 years of training you will be the strongest Hyuga, even stronger than your father. And I know for a fact that you will not abuse that power. He was about to say more, but Hinata cutted him off by saying, how is this possible, Naruto-kun? I mean, even if Tsunade-sama trains me, I can't just get stronger than my father just in 3 years. I think you are saying this because you didn't see me train. If you had seen me, then you sure would have known how pathetic I am. She said to him with a straight face. She was not hiding her face now. Whenever she trained, everyone would laugh after seeing her. Rumors started roaming around that she will not be the clan head. Naruto smiled at this and said, Hinata-chan, do you know why your hair is white? Even both your parents didn't had white hair. And have you noticed that you are quite smart of your age and you are growing faster than that of your age kids? Yes, Naruto-kun, I have noticed that, but why are you saying this? And I don't know the reason of my white hair. She was confused now as to why Naruto had bring up her hair color in this conversation. Then Naruto explained all things to her, from power of Kagaya to his goals. Then Naruto said, I know that this is a lot to take in, but I'm saying the truth. So, I will ask you, after I awake your power, will you support me in my goal? And don't lie to me, Hinata-chan. If you will not support me, then I would understand you and still awaken your power, because I think you deserve and need that power, Hinata-chan, more than anyone. He asked her, smiling. Wow, Naruto-kun, I didn't think that my white hair will have that much power. But I will support you, Naruto-kun, in your noble goal. After talking to you only for a couple of minutes, I came to understand this much, that you are a good person. And besides, before you nobody believed in me and my goal. So, I accept your offer, Naruto-kun. She said to him, now face to face, smiling. And one thing more, Hinata-chan. Don't tell anyone about this, not even your father. If they come to know your power, they will definitely use you for their gain, and when you grow up, they will force you to bear multiple children. I'm saying this only for your own good. You can tell only those who you trust with your life, like your mother, because I think she will understand this and support you. He said, smiling. Both of them go to Hiyashi's office where Tsunade was waiting for her son. Tsunade saw her son and he nodded to her. She immediately understood him that the girl is on their side, then said to Hiyashi. Hiyashi, I will tell you the second reason now for coming here. I came here because my son wanted a training partner. I had to find another apprentice and your daughter came in my mind. So, I will ask you to send her to my home. And Hiyashi, I'm sure you remember that you owe me 2 things of my family. So, don't try to refuse me. Tsunade said with a blank face. It's not that I don't want you to train my daughter Tsunade-sama. It's just that if you will take her as an apprentice, then she will only bring down your name. She isn't good for anything, she can't do chakra control exercises properly. She can't learn gentle fist. She cannot do a thing properly. If you are thinking that she will learn like me, then you are wrong, sensei. Hiyashi said bluntly. Everyone was surprised at this revelation. No one thought that Tsunade had trained Hiyashi. Everyone shouted, "What?" Naruto asked with a surprised face. Mom, did you train Hinata-chan's father? Itachi also asked, Tsunade-sama, did you train Hiyashi-sama? But how? He looks older than you. Yes, everyone, I trained Hiyashi here. He was a prodigy and together we created many gentle fist-style jutsu. I'm looking younger than him because I have Uzumaki genes. He doesn't know any medical jutsu because his parents said that medical jutsu are for the weak and for girls only. So, I just helped him to create a new style. And Hiyashi, I'm asking you to give your daughter because I have now mixed gentle fist with my chakra-enhanced punches. I want to pass down this technique and your daughter seems perfect candidate. Even after you had given up on mixing the style and said that it's impossible. I was working on mixing it. I knew that if I become successful then whoever uses this style can match up to Might Guy's taijutsu. Tsunade said with confidence. She really worked on this jutsu for 7 years. What? Did you really, sensei? Can you teach me, please teach me? I will do anything for that. I already regret not learning medical jutsu from you, please teach me, sensei. Hiyashi said with pleading eyes. Everyone was surprised at this side of Hiyashi. They had never saw this side of Hiyashi. He never showed any emotions to his face. He was always with a serious face. Shut up, Hiyashi. This jutsu is not for you, this is for your daughter. If you said anything about this, I will definitely punch you. Tsunade said in irritation. Hiyashi gulped hearing his sensei. He never wanted to the one receiving punch from Tsunade. One time, he saw Jiraiya getting punch. He was hospitalized for an entire month. Of course, sensei, as you may seem fit. He said in a trembling voice. Everyone deadpanned at this. Hiyashi, I didn't choose your daughter. It was my son that insisted. You see, Hiyashi, my son is researching on dojutsu and their power. He had already researched the Sharingan and knows how to boost their power. He was successful at that. And now he has some theory about Byakugan too. He chose your daughter's Byakugan because she has the purest Byakugan in your clan. That's why he has chosen your daughter. He wanted to know your daughter because he thought that if he is giving power to someone then it should be someone who is good person. If you don't believe me then ask Itachi here about this. Tsunade told half-truth to Hiyashi smoothly. Itachi looked at Hiyashi and said, it's true, Hiyashi-sama, Naruto-kun has given me power that nobody has in my clan except my mother as she was also part at this. Now my Sharingan has reached the level that no Uchiha has reached. Itachi said to Hiyashi and activated his eternal Manchikyu Sharingan. Hiyashi saw and gulped at this. He had never saw anyone with this pattern before. Heck, he has never saw any Uchiha who had other than 3 Tomo. Is this true, Naruto-san? Was it you who had given this power to Itachi-san? Hiyashi asked quietly. He wasn't believing what they were saying. How could he, after all he was just 5-year-old? Sure, he looked strong and wise, but that. It wasn't possible for him. Yes, Hiyashi-sama, it was me who had given this power to Itachi-san here. And as a result he and Makoto-chan is the strongest Uchiha in this village. I had given this power to them after knowing them personally. I didn't want to give this power to someone who will abuse that power. This time too, I wanted to give power to the Hyuga, to someone who will not abuse it. And Hinata-chan here fits in that category perfectly. I have never met before whose heart is so pure and kind besides my mother. And she has also the purest Byakugan from your clan, even purer than you or your wife. After I give her power, her Byakugan will become as strong as you without training, and after training, she will become the strongest Hyuga, like no Hyuga has born in your clan. And Hiyashi-sama, her powerful Byakugan will not be given to her children as they will need me to awaken their power. So, don't promise to any noble lord to your daughter. Just like her Byakugan, Sharingan also can't be passed down in that form, as for both dojutsu they will need me to awaken their power. He explained to the Hiyashi, holding his daughter's hand. Hinata was blushing after he had called her kindest and pure of heart. And from the hand holding also. I never would have thought that you are this intelligent, Naruto-san. You are truly the son of my sensei. He said, smiling. Tsunade-sama, I approve of Hinata to become your apprentice. And please teach her your medical jutsu. I'm not fool like my parents. I know the importance of medical jutsu. Hiyashi said to Tsunade. Hiyashi, from now on your daughter will live with me in Senju compound. Send her tomorrow at Senju compound with all her belongings. She will visit you only one day in a week. And I promise you this, that she will become strong, very strong. You couldn't become what I wanted because of your clan rules and your parents' thinking. But she will become the strongest Hyuga that has been seen. Tsunade said, smiling, looking at Hiyashi. Thank you, sensei, for choosing my daughter. I have no doubt that she will become one, if you train her. I will send her tomorrow and train her like you see fit. I will thank you again for choosing my daughter. He said, smiling. No need to thank me, Hiyashi. I simply chose her because my son said so. He believes that she has potential, then I'm sure she has. After all, my son never tells lie. She said to Hiyashi, and he nodded. They were about to go, when Naruto hugged Hinata tightly and whispered in her ears, thank you for believing in me, Hinata-chan. Come back tomorrow, I will be waiting for you. Hinata was beet red from hugging and simply nodded. Hiyashi-sama, don't tell anyone about Itachi-san here. I trust you that you will understand my reasons. Naruto said this and left from there. Itachi went to Uchiha compound and Naruto and Tsunade went to Senju compound. Naruto was on the way to home. Naruto, I want to talk to you about something that I forgot to tell you. Go home now, I will talk to you there. After reaching their home, they both goes in their room. Mom, I will drink your milk. And you will read my mind. Kurama has something important to tell us. They both got and goes in their bed. Naruto cuddles to Tsunade very closely. And kissed her very passionately. Then he starts to drinking her milk. She was stroking his hair and reading his thoughts also. Naruto, Tsunade, I will tell you one thing that is very important. The night that I attacked Konoha, I didn't attack on my own. I was controlled by someone. He had Sharingan. He called himself Madara Uchiha. But I don't believe him, as he had only one Sharingan but was very powerful as Madara. When Kushina gave birth to you, he came inside hideout where Kushina had given birth to you. He had snatched you from Bawako, Hiruzen's wife, and killed her and all guards in just some second. Kurama told both of them the full story. So you think that he was only defeated by 4th Hokage because he heavily underestimated him? Tsunade said, thinking about something. But what worries me the most that he had some space-time jutsu. You are saying that his jutsu was superior to the 4th Hokage jutsu Hiraishin. Even if Tobarama Jiji created that jutsu, but the 4th Hokage perfected it and he had taken that jutsu on a whole another level. The Hiraishin is S-level jutsu in his level 1, but the 4th had taken this jutsu from level 2 to 4. And this Uchiha that claimed to be Madara, just had some jutsu superior than Hiraishin. It's really frightening. Naruto said with worried voice. And Kurama said that he had only one Sharingan. I can't think what would be he able to do if he had both his Sharingan. From hearing this story we have to admit that his Sharingan's unique ability surpass every Uchiha that we know, even Shisui. It is almost frightening just thinking that, and he claims to be Madara himself. Either he is Madara himself that lost one of his eyes with the Battle of Grandfather, or he is related to him in some way, or he could be inspired by his ideals. If he is either one of them that I said, then he is danger to everyone in this world itself. But we can't do anything but prepare ourselves for when he comes. We will tell everyone about this information tomorrow. For now we will sleep. Tsunade said this and bring Naruto closer to herself and cuddled to him and shoved his face between her. And went to sleep. Next morning, all the members were sitting in the living room waiting for Hinata to come. Everyone listen, I have something important to tell you. I will tell you all after I awaken the power of Hinata-chan. As Naruto said, there was someone at the door who knocked the door 3 times. Shizune went to open the door. She opened it and saw Hinata and her servant who had multiple bags in his hand. She gestured Hinata to come inside. Her servant left and she came inside. Hinata saw 6 people in the room sitting on couch. First she saw a teenager boy who looked little older than Itachi. He had short, unkempt, dark-colored hair, black eyes and a relatively broad nose and well-defined eyelashes, that were turns upwards at each end. He wore the standard attire of the Uchiha clan, which includes a high-collared, dark-colored outfit along with a tanto strapped to the right side of the back of his shoulder. He also wore what appeared to be a harness for his tanto which ran across his chest and fastened over both his shoulders. Next she saw a fair-skinned woman with long, straight black hair with bangs hanging on either side of her face to roughly frame her cheeks and black eyes. She wore a simple dark purple blouse with a red plum skirt. She was very beautiful. Her hand was on the waist of Itachi and his hands were also. Itachi was sitting next to her. She recognized him because she had remembered him from yesterday at her father's office. He was wearing same thing as Shisui, just not had tanto with him, and his shirt was blue in color. From his opposite couch there was a girl who had opened the door for her. She was sitting next to Tsunade. Then she recognized her. She had met her in the hospital when she was with her mother. Her name was Shizune. There was a pink-colored pig on her lap and had some necklace around its neck. She was a fair-skinned woman of average height and slender build with onyx eyes and jet black hair. Her hair was straight and shoulder length with bangs that cover her ears and frame her face. Next to her was Tsunade. She was really as beautiful as Naruto had described her. She had 3-colored hair that was tied in 2 ponytails. She had fair skin with brown eyes. Her hair has shoulder-length bangs that frame her face and the rest reaches her lower back. Hinata wondered how she was this young, even younger than her father as he was her student. She wondered what is the age of this lady. Really she looked like goddess as Naruto had described her earlier. And finally there was Naruto who was seating on the lap of Tsunade. He had same features as Tsunade, they really look alike to each other with their hair color. He wore brown t-shirt with blue pants. Hello Hinata-chan, as you already know my name, I will introduce you to the others. First, this lovely lady is my Nei-chan that loves me unconditionally. Her name is Shizune. Next sitting to her, as you already had seen her yesterday, is my beautiful mother that also loves me unconditionally as Tsunade Senju and your soon-to-be sensei. This beautiful young lady, I said to you about her eyes yesterday that she has as beautiful as yours. Her name is Makoto Uchiha. Next to her is her son and lover Itachi Uchiha, and he is also my friend. Finally, this handsome and powerful man is Shisui Uchiha, who I consider most powerful Uchiha, but his power is same as Makoto-chan and Itachi here. And everyone, this beautiful young lady is Hinata Hyuga that has received some powers from Kagaya. As Hinata hears him she started tense up but was stopped when an arm came on her shoulder. It was Naruto's arm. Relax Hinata-chan, everyone here is my real friend, who I can rely on with my life. They will also support towards my goal in future, so you can trust them. They are very good people like you. Hinata blushed at this, realizing he had called her beautiful and kind, and his hand was on her shoulder. Her blush didn't go unnoticed by everyone in the room except Naruto. Now Hinata-chan, let's not waste our time here, let's unlock your power. Hinata nodded at him and everyone went in the garden. Hinata-chan, I'm going to explain to you what I will be doing to you in next couple of minutes. Hinata-chan, whenever you had try training with your Byakugan, you must feel exhaustion from the moment you activate your Byakugan. This happens because your Byakugan is too pure, it requires very potent chakra. But your chakra is very impure for your Byakugan. As a result, your Byakugan consumes too much chakra, as much as it can take, but that is also not enough. So, what I will be doing is I will completely shatter your chakra coils and create new one with my chakra that will produce the needed potent chakra for your Byakugan. Normally this should have been impossible because, if I break your coils your body would start collapsing, but here comes my mother. She will be healing you constantly with her Byakugo seal and you will be fine. After I finish this, you will fell unconscious for an hour and your hair color will definitely change because it happened with us also. After you wake up you will feel connected to me and my mother. Ka-chan, come here, activate your seal on Hinata-chan. Tsunade comes and grabs Hinata by her shoulders. Naruto sits on the ground besides Hinata, he proceeded his 2 fingers on her belly and touched her. Hinata starts blushing from touch and the fact that her belly was now open to see everyone. Now Hinata-chan, once I start the process you will feel immense pain, almost unbearable, that's why everyone will hold you. Shizune pushed her one hand on the ground and Shisui pushes other one. Itachi and Makoto grabs her both legs. Naruto starts the process. First what she felt was warm feeling, then the pain started in her whole body. It felt like someone was tearing her body, she screamed and started struggling, but the 4 members were holding her very tight. Ah, Naruto-kun, don't. I feel like my body is tearing apart, please let go of me, I don't want to do this. Hinata said, crying in tears. Shish. Hinata-chan, it's just for a few minutes, then we will let go of you and you will feel okay. Just bear for a few moments, my Hime. You will feel better than ever after this. Please do it for me, Hina. Naruto started to say comforting words to her. But it was not helping, she was still screaming in immense pain. But one thing was different now, she was not saying anything but just screaming in pain. After 1 hour 15 minutes, Hinata was waking up. But she felt like someone was carding her hair, it was very soothing. She opened her eyes, first thing she saw was Naruto's face. Then she realized she was sleeping on the lap of Naruto and he was carding her hair very smoothly. She blushed at this. Naruto saw her awake, then he hugged her tightly and kissed her cheeks. Hina, how do you feel? Can you tell me? Naruto asked, very concerned. Hinata was beet red now, he was not only hugged and kissed her but also calling her with nickname. I feel very connected to you, Naruto-kun, and Tsunade-sama also. It's like I'm feeling your emotions and reading your thoughts. Hinata said, still blushing in his lap. That's right, Hina Hime, you are now connected to us, you can talk to us telepathically from anywhere in the world. And look at your hair now, Hime. Hinata was still blushing from the nickname Naruto was calling to her. Then Naruto branches a mirror in his hand and she saw her hair. It was full white with blue on the tip of her hair. She screamed, ah, why does my hair look so bad? She said in disappointing. Naruto started carding her hair once again and said, I think it looks great on you, Hime, it's very beautiful. You are looking more beautiful now to me. Naruto said while carding her hair. She blushed at this and simply nodded, smiling. Now Hina, I want you to do one thing. Focus some chakra in your eyes and tell me how much further you can see. Hinata stood up from his lap and activated her Byakugan, but now she didn't need to say anything to activate it as it seemed like just simple thing to her. But what amazed her was that, she wasn't feeling any itch towards her eye now. When her Byakugan activated, she could see whole Konoha from her eyes. From this room to the border of Konoha. In the Hyuga clan only her father could see this far. He couldn't see outside the forest but she could easily. What really amazed her that she could see whole 360 from her eyes. No Hyuga member could do this. It was always in the middle of their neck that they could not see, but now she could. Wow, Naruto-kun. Just like you said, my Byakugan is superior from even my father's without training. I can see up to Konoha borders, which is 40 km. And I have no weak spot now, as every Hyuga clan members have in the middle of neck. They can't see it there, but now I can. Hinata said, smiling to Naruto. Now Hina, I would still like to test one more theory. Naruto said, smiling to Hinata, and she simply nodded. Itachi, can you make one shadow clones? Naruto said, and Itachi made one. Now Hina, I want you to look at shadow clones with your Byakugan. Exert your chakra from your Byakugan and aim at the tenketsu of Itachi. She did as she was told, exerted her chakra from her Byakugan and aimed at Itachi's tenketsu point. And suddenly his shadow clone poofed in smoke. Everyone was amazed at this. How many tenketsu could you hit, Hina? Naruto asked her. Everyone was confused. 300, Naruto-kun. Wow, so I was correct. Ka-chan, I was right. He said, excited, and went to her and kissed her on the lips. Hinata seems confused as to how he can kiss his mother. Shisui saw her and said, Hinata-san, you seem confused and jealous. Let me explain to you, Itachi and Naruto-kun are more close to their mother than normal. Try to understand them with open mind. I know it will be painful for you to watch Naruto, but you have to accept it, as I saw in your eyes that you love Naruto-kun. She couldn't say anything. It was first time she saw anyone doing this with their mother. Even in her clan nobody had gone this far, as they were also practicing incest. You guys seems confused, let me explain to you. Naruto said while broking the kiss with his mother and sat on her lap. Hina-chan's Byakugan can see very far, like she said to you, and don't have any weak point, but like I thought her Byakugan was capable of doing more than just this. She could hit tenketsu point and close them with her Byakugan. Her Byakugan is too powerful. Naruto explained to all of them, smiling. Wow, Hinata-chan, this is very impressive. You are definitely going to be very strong. Makoto said to her, and everyone nodded. Hina-chan, your power is nowhere near your full. You still have a long way to go to fully use your power. When you train your Byakugan to its full potential, then your Byakugan will evolve even further than this, and it will become Tenseigan. That power only can be achieved through training. Not like Sharingan, where it will evolve on its own through trauma. But don't try to train your Byakugan too much. If your Byakugan will evolve, then your body will not able to handle that power and it will shred into pieces, but don't worry about that. I will watch over you. Naruto said, smiling to Hinata. So, wait, you mean that her Byakugan will evolve further than this? Her Byakugan is already strong. Shisui said with a very surprised face. Wait, how do you even know this, Naruto-kun? I know this because Kurama told me. He said that Keigaya's Byakugan could evolve but didn't, because she was already pretty strong. She didn't need to, but her son's Byakugan, Sage of Six Paths, didn't evolve into Tenseigan because he had not pure like Keigaya, as his father was a mere human. His DNA had imputed the Byakugan. But his Byakugan evolved into Sharingan because it was impure. If Hina-chan Byakugan will evolve, then she will be the first one to achieve it. Naruto explained from Tsunade's lap. Wow, Hinata-chan, you definitely will be overpowered in future, just like Naruto had said to us yesterday. Shisui said, looking at Hinata. She simply nodded, blushing. She had never got this much attention from anyone because she was always quiet, but now she was the center of it. So, what did you want to tell us this morning, Naruto-kun? Itachi asked, looking at Naruto with a serious face. Yes, about that, as you all know that I talked to Kurama. Everyone nodded, even Hinata, because he had told her yesterday everything about himself. I want to talk to you guys about something that Kurama told me and my mother. He explained everything about the night when Kyuubi attacked. This is very disturbing news, Naruto-kun. If this Uchiha that calls himself Madara has space-time jutsu that is greater than Hiraishin, then he is definitely the strongest man alive right now. Itachi said worryingly. Yes, but we can't do anything but become strong until he comes, so we can defend ourselves and protect each other. Hinata said to everyone as she was determined that she will not be that girl who is afraid to speak to everyone. She now had power, power that is greater than any Hyuga. Yes, Hinata-chan, you said that right, so, from now I will also start to train, Shizune said and everyone nodded. Okay guys, go home today and train your hardest from tomorrow and become as strong as you can get. Naruto said to everyone and they left. Okay Hina-chan, now that everyone is gone, we will decide where you will sleep. You can sleep in the Shizune-ne's room or you can sleep alone. Wherever you are comfortable. We will move your belongings. Hinata decided that she would like to live alone. Naruto took her to her room. She entered the room. It was very big, even bigger than her previous room. There was a large comfortable round-shaped bed, study table, almirah, dressing table and a very large bookshelf which had ninja history books and many scrolls. She was amazed at this. This room is for you, Haim, as who is Haim herself. You deserve to be in a room like this. This is the biggest room in Senju compound. This was made for Ka-chan as she was a Haim too and still is. Before you came here, me and Ka-chan slept in this room. But as soon as I knew that you are gonna move to Senju compound, me and Ka-chan decided that you should take the room. There is many ninja books and many scrolls that contains many ninjutsu, taijutsu, shurikenjutsu and medical jutsu. I copied it straight from the Senju clan's library. Naruto explained all things to her. She looked at him with disbelief in her eyes. Thank you Naruto-kun. I will treasure this and everything you gave me. Even I'm an outsider, you trusted me with Senju clan's knowledge. I will not break your trust, she said to him with smile and determination in her eyes. Hina, never call yourself outsider. I consider you family, that's why I gave you this. I trust you fully, I know that you will never break my trust, and I will never break your trust as well. Naruto was now holding her hand. And Hina, call me Naru, everybody who is closer to me and consider me family calls that. Naruto said, still holding her hands. Hi, as you say Naru-kun. Hinata said, blushing. Ah, you look too cute Hina, when you are blushing. Naruto said, smiling. Hinata was now beet red. She ran to her bed and hid in the blanket. He came to her and sit beside her and pulled her from blanket. He rested her head in his lap. This is your first day, right Hina? I will make sure that you are okay. So, I will sit beside you until you fell asleep. He said to her these words and started stroking her hair. She soon fell asleep in his lap. He adjusted her head to pillow from his lap. He pulled her blanket and covered half of her body. He looked at her and gave a kiss on her forehead and said, sleep well my Haim. With that he left for his room. Tsunade was waiting for her son. He always came to bed with her. For the first time she was not with her son on her bed. Just as she was about to get up from the bed, the door opened and Naruto came smiling. He takes off his clothes and comes on the bed and kissed her and cuddled to her. What took you so long Naru? I was started to get anxious. She asked to her son whose face was between her large and she was carding his hair. I was comforting Hina, Ka-chan. She was first time away from her Ka-chan so, I thought she must be lonely. Naruto said between her. She smiled at this, it was so like her son. Naru, tell me honestly, do you like Hinata-chan romantically like you like me? If you do, I won't judge you for this and even allow you to be with her. I won't interfere. I know that our relationship is not normal. I also know that at some point you will like a girl of your age. As she was about to say some more, her son came and kissed her very aggressively. After 2 minutes of kissing. Ka-chan, how many times, I have to tell you that you are too beautiful to be replaced by someone. Hina-chan is beautiful but not as beautiful as you Ka-chan. Know that, many women will come in my life in the future but I will love only you. My love is very deep for you Ka-chan. You are my goddess. He said these words hugging her very tightly. Now do you want to feel good, Ka-chan? He said this but didn't waited for her response and started kissing her very passionately. He was squeezing both her while kissing. Milk was flowing out from both her after all he was pressing them very tightly. Then he started licking her face and she started to giggle. Naru, that tickles. So you like this much your mama Naru? Then show me more Naru that you love me most. As she said these words, he understood her completely and moved from her face to her large. Her one was as big as his head. He held her very tightly. Milk came out of them and starts squeezing more. He licked her milk from her and then he started licking her between her while he brought her to his both side of his head. After 5 minutes of licking, he moved to her lower part as he licked her navel. Her whole body got goosebumps. Tsunade moaned. Ah, Naru-chan, keep doing that, lick your Ka-chan's body. He started to get more lower to her. Now he was between her thighs. He saw her vagina and stared at them. Don't stare at them Naru-chan, it's embarrassing. But Ka-chan, you're as very beautiful. As he said those words he started licking. She was already wet when he was licking her. He was licking all the juice that came from her inside. He started rolling his tongue under her vagina. She moaned loudly. Ah, keep doing that to Ka-chan baby, ah. You are good at this. She was in a deep pleasure. He started fingering her aggressively. He brought his fingers to her and started rubbing on them. She moaned loudly at this but he didn't stop there. He rolled his entire tongue in her. And started fingering her butthole now. First, it was tight then it started fitting her. Keep it at Naru-chan, take mamas that hole to yourself as well ah. OMG Naru-chan, if you keep doing this, I will come. He didn't listen to her. He was now too aggressive. He shoved his whole 5 fingers in her anal and his entire tongue in her. She was in a bliss of pleasure. Naru, I'm coming ah. She said these words and cum inside his mouth. He drank it and started cleaning her. After cleaning her he kissed her and cuddled to her and started drinking her milk. Thank you Naru-chan. It was great, I never felt this before. You are truly getting good at this. As she said these words she brought him even closer. I love you Soichi. I love you too Ka-chan. Next morning at training ground. Hinata, from here we will work on your chakra control regularly till you can control amount of chakra you use, instinctively. We are working on this extreme because in medical jutsu and gentle fist you will need perfect chakra control. We will also practice on doing a perfect gentle fist with your eyes, again you will need perfect chakra control for that. If you had noticed before, when you hit Itachi's tenketsu, you couldn't hit his all tenketsu even if he was standing still. You will do normal gentle fist like others with your eyes, and if your opponent is too strong then you will do with your palm. I will also teach you basic ninjutsu that Academy teaches. Basically, you can say that you can defeat a powerful Chunin in 1 year. Tsunade explained to her and went to Naruto. Now Naru, we will be training in medical jutsu and taijutsu as usual, but we will be adding ninjutsu also. You might ask me that why are we not training in fuinjutsu and our kekkei genkei? We will not do that until you master fully medical jutsu and taijutsu. Once you master fully these Naru, we will move on to elemental training, then our kekkei genkei. Once we have perfect control on our elements, mastering kekkei genkei will be easy. For fuinjutsu you will have to practice calligraphy for years until you master, because in battle you have to write kanji symbols perfectly and instantly also. Now, do you understand Naru, why nobody wants to learn fuinjutsu? Because it consumes very much time with only basics, and even if you learn basics it's not guaranteed that you can master even one areas in fuinjutsu, because as you move ahead it becomes very difficult. But I trust that we will learn it through hard work. Tsunade explained to Naruto and he nodded. Of course we will Ka-chan. Naruto said excited. They started their training. After 1.5 years. Come at me like this, you too. At this rate you can match to me in no time. Tsunade said laughingly. After 2 hours. Wow, it was great you too. But Ka-chan, we didn't even touch you and you were wearing weights. Yes sensei. You are too strong and fast, you are wearing 200 kilograms and still are a lot faster than us, it's crazy. Hinata said, panting. If you are saying me fast and strong, then you haven't seen my guy. He wears 1 ton all the time and his speed is at normal Jonin, his punch is second strongest in whole Konoha after me. Tsunade said praisingly. Who is this might guy sensei? Hinata asked curiously because whenever she praised Tsunade, she would immediately start comparing herself to that guy. If Tsunade is comparing herself to him, then he must be pretty strong. He is my friend's son. He is strongest in Konoha after me. You see, he can't do ninjutsu or genjutsu. He can only do taijutsu, so he trained himself like crazy and became strong only with taijutsu. His taijutsu is superior to every taijutsu in the whole world. He can open his body's gates. There are 8 gates, he can open all of them. It is said that if you open your 8th gate you will become stronger than 5 kage combining, but you will die. The first one who opened the 8th gate was his father, my friend named Might Die. He also couldn't do anything other than taijutsu. When he opened the 8th gate, he didn't use the 8th gate to its fullest because he didn't know everything about them. But still he took down 4 swordsmen of the mist out of 7. That's when everyone knew the power of gates. Funny thing is he was called Eternal Genin, but he proved all of them wrong. He was my inspiration and my dear friend. Wow Ka-chan, he is worthy of his power and your praise and inspiration. He really seems very strong even if he can only do taijutsu. I also feel inspired by him. He didn't let his shortcomings bother him. Naruto said, inspired by Might Guy and his father. Yes sensei. He really is great. Greater than everyone I know sensei. He really should be a form of inspiration for everyone. No one can praise his skills enough. Hinata was also inspired by this. But now you two, I want to discuss one thing. As you know that we have jutsu regarding wood style but don't have anything on Shikatsumyaku, so I have decided that we should gather some scrolls. We have to go Kiri for this, but there's a war going on. You cannot call a war because the other side that is leading them don't have enough forces, so you can call them rebels. This is happening because of the previous civil war. When that happened, those who had bloodlines easily dominated and started to create fear in the hearts of civilian. But some years ago, their Mizukage ordered that those who have bloodlines is not allowed to live. Then everyone started gathering up and started to wipe out those who had some bloodlines. Recently, news is that there is some rebel groups that want to throw the Mizukage by a coup d'etat. The group is being led by some girl. So, you can see that it's not safe going there. I have decided that I will go there with Naru. First, I thought that I should go alone, but I knew that he couldn't leave me knowing that there is danger. I also considered him because he can hold his own against low Jonin. Hinata, I'm not taking you with us for 3 reasons. First, your parents wouldn't allow this. Second, you can only hold your own against Chunin. Third, your Byakugan will be danger to us because someone will definitely think of killing you because you have bloodline, but don't be sad Hinata. This will be also your break. You haven't met anyone or rested from 1.5 years. You can go to see your family and spend some time with them. You can also surprise your father and those clan head by your power. You are not same as before Hinata. You have become powerful for your age. Children of your age can't even access chakra and you can defeat a Chunin. Your clan's man will call you a prodigy who is born in the century. Tsunade explained this to Hinata smiling. Tsunade knew that she would want to go with them but she couldn't risk her. Hinata blushed at the praise that her sensei gave her. She still couldn't believe how powerful she had become. She thanked Naruto in her thoughts. She knew that this was because of him. She became sad knowing that they will not be able to meet for certain time. Sensing Hinata is sad, he immediately goes to her and gave her a hug. It's okay Haim, I'm also sad knowing that I won't be able to meet my best friend. But you have to spend your time with your family also. You can meet your new siblings. I bet they are as cute as you Haim. Now, don't be sad because sadness doesn't suit your beautiful face. As he said these words, she smiled and blushed. Seeing this, he quickly gave her a kiss on the cheek. She blushed heavily at this. She still wasn't used to Naruto's kiss yet, even if he kissed her regularly. Ah, you look very cute, Hina-chan, when you blush. He said teasingly, in the time they lived together. He got to know that whenever he teased her, she would bury her face on his chest in embarrassment. This time also happened same thing. She buried her face in his chest. He parted her back and said, "Really, Hina, I'm going to miss these beautiful faces of yours, your melody voice, your cuteness, your blushing face whenever I praise you. I will miss everything about you," he said, hugging her very tightly. "I will also miss you, Naru-chan. I will be waiting for you here. Come home safely, don't try to become some hero. Be careful and stay safe for me, okay?" She said these comforting words to him and kissed him on the cheeks for first time, until now every time Naruto had kissed her. Really, she was going to miss him. He took care of her like family. She never felt alone even for a minute. He had always been there for her. She would see his face first thing in the morning. He would come to her room and wake her up by putting her head in his lap, carding her hair by his finger and saying smooth words to her. When she would open her eyes, she would see him smiling and he would hug her immediately. When she would tell him 5 minutes more, he would lift her bridal style in his arms and walk to the bathroom. He would comb her hair as she had grown her hair and compliment her beauty. Throughout training, he would always look out for her. He would spoil her lot. In the night, he would always come to her room and sit on her bed, and again he would bring her head in his lap and starts carding her hair until she fell asleep. She would see first and last thing his face. Before coming here, she would always had to get up first, be disciplined, but Naruto would spoil her by getting her a beautiful dress, would make her laugh by pranking Tsunade. She would always had fun with him. She would always slept on his lap, whenever she would get tired from training or playing with him. He would always fulfilled her wish, even how ridiculous her wish sound. She remembered one day she wanted to taste some wine. He immediately brought her the most expensive wine and he didn't even ask her that why she wanted this. There was many thing Naruto had done for her. How can I not come home safe, when my Haim had asked me? I cannot refuse her, can I? He said these words smiling sadly. He would surely gonna miss her. She would always make his favorite snacks. She had learned cooking just for him from Tsunade. She would always get worried whenever he would get hurt in training. She would scold him whenever he was careless in his training. She would always care for him just like his Ka-chan. She was the second person in his life that would always care for him. Asterisk in the hot spring. Naru, come here, I will wash your back. He came to her, she started washing his back. You have really grown, Sochi. Even if you are just 6.5 years old, you already look like 8 years old, Naru. You and Hinata-chan sure grows very fast. She said these words smiling. Ka-chan, can you wash me with your? Of course, Sochi. Why not? She started washing him with her large, but he suddenly moved and kissed her. After 5 minutes of making out. Really, Ka-chan, I still can't believe that you accepted me as your life partner, as I'm just a mere mortal and you are a goddess. I'm the luckiest person on this planet. I love you, Ka-chan. He started squeezing her as he touched her. It was very smooth and soft. His hands felt like it would sink in them. He started drinking from both of her nipples at the same time. His hands moved down, he started fingering her. Do it like that, baby. Make mama feel good. Ah, I'm coming. I can't wait to connect with you, Naru. When you grow up, we will do these things more and make love. She said this and kissed him again on the lips. Just wait 5 years, my goddess, then we can become one. I also can't wait to feel you more. You are too beautiful, Ka-chan. At the Hyuga compound, Hinata was going her home after 1.5 years. Her family never came once to see her, but she understood that her father would be busy in clan duty and her mother has to raise twin. That was not an easy job. She was at the gate now. State your business, young girl. She was surprised by this but soon realized that her hair color has changed, so nobody would recognize her. Anyo, I'm Hinata Hyuga, heiress of this clan. I have come here for some day. My sensei gave me a break. If you don't mind, I would like to go inside. Guard was surprised that this girl claimed to be Hinata Hyuga. He looked at her closely, then realized she was really who she claims to be, only her hair color has changed and her Byakugan looked little bluish in color. Sorry Hinata-sama, I didn't recognize you. I will immediately inform your father about your return. You can go inside. He immediately left with Sunshin and she also went inside. As she walked inside the compound, everyone was looking at her as she was greeting them. They seemed confused. They didn't had seen any white-haired girl in the compound. She was also looking familiar to them, but they couldn't recognize her. She goes into her father's office after knocking the door. Hiyashi looked very surprised. She had changed not just physically but mentally also. He could tell that just by looking at her. Before she would not even look up, but now, she would look him in the eye. Well Hinata, you have changed quite a bit. What happened to your hair? Did you dye it? You know that such thing is unacceptable in Hyuga clan. You are heiress, you should behave like one. Hiyashi didn't even greet her or asked her how she has been. She became sad from inside that her father was still same. No father, I didn't dye my hair. This is my natural hair. You should confirm some things before speaking, and I know that how an heiress should behave. My hair became like this after Naruto-kun experiment. She also said as emotionless as her father. She was annoyed by now. He was stunned at her answer. He hadn't expected her to change this much. She was now speaking with him freely without stutterness or fear from him. He thought, what have you done Tsunade-sama with my daughter? He also noticed the nickname of Naruto. I'm surprised Hinata that you have changed, but I'm glad that you have changed in a good way. I was only testing you before. Now, come here and give a hug to your father. Hinata was definitely surprised now. She never remembered her father showing emotions. Now he was asking for hug. But she hesitantly goes to him and hugged him lightly, but he embraced her tightly. Hinata, I was strict on you because I wanted you to become an powerful heiress. I will not apologize for what I did to you as clan head, but I will definitely apologize to you as your father. I never showed any love to you, even I loved you most. I'm sorry my daughter. It was the last thing that she expected from her father. She was really surprised but held herself. It's okay father, I forgive you. I also understand that it was necessary for you. Thank you Hinata. Now let's go and meet your mother and your siblings. They will be very surprised, especially your mother. She really missed you. She wanted to meet you but I stopped her. I thought that it will hinder your training. But father, what about your work? Hinata asked her. She knew that it was his first priority. Hinata, that can wait. It's not every day that my daughter come home from her training. Now let's go, you can tell everything that you did to your mother and me. I can't wait to hear it. He said smiling. It was really rare for him. Hitomi was playing with both of her children in the garden. They are really cute, she thought. She remembered how Hinata would giggle whenever she poked her in the stomach. She really missed her daughter. Hello Ka-chan. She heard Hinata's voice from her behind and said, looks like I'm really going insane, I'm hearing Hinata's voice now. Look behind mother. I'm really here and I'm glad that you missed me this greatly. Hinata said giggling. Hinata, it's you. It's really you. I can't believe this. She was now running to her daughter for a hug. She got to her and embraced her tightly. I missed you so much. She said crying. How are you here Hinata? For how long have you come? When will you go? How have you been? Calm down mother. You are squeezing me too tight. After she calmed down, Hinata wiped her tears and said, I have also missed you mother like you missed me. As for your other questions, I will tell you full story, then you will know everything. She started telling them from beginning. So, you are saying that your Byakugan is strongest in the world, right now. But how did he gave you this power Hinata? As, I have no doubt that you are telling truth. Hiyashi asked curiously. Sorry father, I promised Naru-chan that I would never tell anyone about that. Ah, Hiyashi, stop it. Our daughter had come home from very long time and you are only interested in her power. If she doesn't want to tell us, then you should understand. Anyway, Why your hair color changed, Hinata dear? Is this also the result of Naruto-kun experiment? Although it looks very good on you, Hinata. Yes, Ka-chan, this also happened after the experiment. And thank you for the compliment. You are the second person that has complimented me about my hair. She said, blushing as she remembered when Naruto had told her that her hair looked beautiful. Hitomi saw the blush and smiled. She had a guess who complimented her first. Anyway, let's go and meet your siblings. Hinata went to them and said, wow mom, they are really cute. They look identical. I can't identify who is Haru and who is Hanabi. Hitomi laughed at her daughter loudly and said, it's the same thing with everyone, Hinata. No one can tell the difference, only me, not even your father. She said this while laughing and then told her who is who. After 30 minutes of playing, Hitomi was looking at Hinata and was smiling. You have grown a lot, Hinata. I can see that you will become very beautiful in future. She was saying honestly, she could see that her daughter will become very beautiful, but she saw Hinata was blushing from her compliment. I can also see that your habit of blushing didn't change. It's good, Hinata, that you only improved on your shortcomings and didn't become arrogant after gaining power. I'm proud of you. Don't you agree, Hiashi? She asked Hiashi. Yes, Hitomi, I'm also proud of Hinata. She has become powerful and gentle at the same time. Hiashi said honestly. Thank you, mother and father, but I would like to prove my strength to everyone, so I want you to arrange spar between me and anyone who is Chunin in rank. Hinata said this to Hiashi. Are you sure, Hinata? I don't doubt your abilities, but you are not even a genin now. Hiashi said with concerned voice. It will be fine, father. I'm not saying this in overconfidence or because of arrogance. I'm saying this because my sensei said that I can win against any Chunin, even if they have experience. Sensei said that my power will cover my inexperience. Hinata explained this, smiling, thinking, she would like to see the face of every elder. Okay, Hinata, if Tsunade sensei has said this, then it must be true. I never doubt the abilities of my sensei. Now Hiashi was confirmed in the abilities of his daughter.